So in this session, we are going to use radio button to zoom in to these charts. What will happen is I have 4 radio buttons, actually 5, 4 for each one of these charts, and fifth one is for to zoom out to go back to this initial view. So if I'm going to go ahead and click on quantities sold by gender. I click there and see this what happens. I get just that chart focused, and if I change the value here, that will apply to this one as well, like that. If I go to here again, there as well. Now I'm gonna go and select second one, amount sold. That's what I have focused. Again, I have a slider working and everything here. Text due by gender, I have that working as well. Dual axis, that is working as well. Now I want to go back to original screen, click on zoom out, and there it goes. So let's see how that works out. Let's exit out from the preview. So first I'm going to bring radio buttons right here. So I'll go to components, pick up radio buttons right here. So by default it comes as vertical, so I need to change the behavior to horizontal. Then I need to define the labels, and which I already defined right here, those 4 and 5th labels. So let's look at that, and I'm gonna say these labels, and let's expand that. And let's work on the formatting piece of it. Appearance, text, labels. Let's go to that and change the size to 11. And layout, I want a smaller marker size. Look at it as I do that those radio buttons are going to small. Horizontal margin, don't want too much there. And vertical margin as well, nothing there. Can also go back to color, background color. I want something, let's say, of this, and that's text. I want that to be, let's see, the lighter color, like here. This, let's resize it a little bit, bring it down. Okay, so I have that. Now what I want is I want selected value, the position 1, 2, 3, 4 to be right here. So destination of position of the label, right here I'm picking position, and let's try that out if that is working fine. So let's bring up a spreadsheet again for our testing purposes, and I'm gonna put that here and say display. Let's set these values. So let's bring it up here. Let's preview it. So let's test that out. So if I click on first one, I get first value, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So that is working fine. So let's go back to design mode. Okay, so that piece working. Now we need to create 4 charts, big ones. So rather than recreating 4 charts, let's copy these ones. So I go to object browser. Right here, if you see, right here is the one. So right click, copy, paste, and it should be right here. Let's drag it down right here, or all the way down, and let's rename it by double clicking. Take that out, dash, zoom, press enter. Now this is the one. Now let's expand that all the way. So original chart is still there. I just copied it and expanded it. Okay. Now when do I want this to be appear? When do I want this one to appear? when I have to set the dynamic value visibility when this value is 1, because this belongs to this value. So I'm gonna go to general for this chart. Okay, sorry, go to behavior, common, status, dynamic visibility when this is 1, right? So let's preview it. So in preview, of course, I don't see it. So let's go ahead and select region, Americas, Canada, show me menu. All those show up just fine. Now if I select this one, I should see that new chart that I created. There it is. If I go to zoom out, it goes away, and this is our initial view. So if I change values here, it's still going to the same place. It's fine. Change country, should work just fine. So that's how it works. Now go ahead and create these 3 as well. And when I click on zoom out, I'm back. So go ahead and create other 3. So you should have 4 charts here, right here. And each one should have different dynamic visibility. So like, for example, this one, if I go to behavior, this one is 2. The third one, it should be 3. And so on. Reason being, depending on the value I'm selecting, position is populating right here. Also, let's change the dynamic visibility of this to checkbox. When checkbox is checked, then I want this radio button to show up. So we can do that again, just like we did with other components. Title checkbox right here, source checkbox, this one should be 1. And let's preview it now. So this time I do not have that radio button here. Let's select, go through the whole process again, and as soon as I check, now it appears. So let's go ahead and go through the entire session of all the functionality we added. Should come up. Focus first one, or let's go to dual access first now. Add one, this one, this one, and now zoom out. So that's radio button, zoom, and you can use radio button for other stuff too. So it's just the exercise that we use for this session.